Jennifer Lopez, one of pop culture's most enduring superstars, has built a career that spans music, film, and fashion, captivating audiences across decades. Yet behind the chart-topping hits and red carpet glamour lies a romantic history as dramatic and widely discussed as any Hollywood storyline. From whirlwind marriages to high-profile engagements and a rekindled love that ended in heartbreak for the second time, who were the people who truly shaped Jennifer's journey through love? In this video, we take a deep dive into the complete dating history of Jennifer Lopez, from her first marriage in the late 1990s to life after the end of Bennifer II. Jennifer Lynn Lopez was born in the Bronx in the late 1960s, growing up in a close-knit Puerto Rican family that instilled in her both discipline and an unshakable work ethic. From a young age, she showed a deep passion for performance. Dance classes, school productions, and neighborhood showcases became her earliest stages, each one shaping the ambitious artist she would soon become. Her first major break came when she earned a spot as a fly girl dancer on the television show In Living Color, a platform that introduced her to a national audience and opened the door to acting opportunities. Throughout the 1990s, she transitioned from dancer to actress to recording artist, rapidly rising through the ranks of entertainment. By the time she starred in Selena and released her debut album On the Six, Jennifer Lopez had become a household name. As her star power grew, so did public fascination with every aspect of her personal life. Media outlets began documenting not only her evolving career, but also her relationships, often portraying her love life as an extension of her larger-than-life persona. In an era where celebrity culture was accelerating through tabloid magazines and 24-hour entertainment news, Jennifer became one of Hollywood's most consistently spotlighted figures. Her early successes in music and film coincided with her first high-profile romances, a pattern that would continue throughout her career. Each shift in her artistic direction, from romantic comedies to pop records to arena tours, seemed to mirror a new chapter in her romantic journey. This interplay between professional triumphs and personal milestones became a defining characteristic of her public image. By the early 2000s, Jennifer Lopez was not only one of the most recognizable entertainers in the world, but also a cultural phenomenon. Her fashion statements influenced global trends, her albums topped charts across continents, and her films drew major box office attention. Yet it was often her relationships that dominated headlines, reinforcing the idea that her romantic life had become an inseparable part of her narrative as an artist. This growing scrutiny created a unique tension for Jennifer. While she embraced love with sincerity and intensity, the public gaze often magnified the challenges within her relationships. Every engagement, breakup, reconciliation, and marriage occurred under bright lights and relentless commentary. As a result, her pursuit of lasting love unfolded not only in private moments, but also on magazine covers, talk shows, and digital platforms that analyzed each development in real time. By the time she entered her 40s and 50s, Jennifer Lopez had built an empire grounded in resilience, reinvention, and ambition. Yet the world remained equally captivated by her personal life, particularly her determination to continue believing in love despite heartbreaks, public pressure, and failed commitments. Her romantic timeline, spanning decades and intertwined with her evolution as an artist, offers a rare look into how fame can shape, and sometimes complicate, the search for companionship. And it is within this complex landscape of success, scrutiny, and sincere longing that Jennifer Lopez's love story begins. Jennifer Lopez and Ojani Noah were married from 1997 to 1998. They reportedly met while he was working as a waiter at a Miami restaurant shortly before Jennifer's breakout as a global star. At the time, she was transitioning from an emerging actress to a rising force in Hollywood, and their connection grew quickly as her career gathered momentum. Their relationship developed during a formative moment in her life, when fame was beginning to take shape but had not yet reached its peak. Their marriage was characterized by sincerity and youthful optimism. Friends later described the relationship as grounded and affectionate, offering Jennifer a sense of stability amid rapidly changing circumstances. Yet as her professional life accelerated, the pressures associated with newfound celebrity began to weigh heavily on the couple. Jennifer was entering an era of relentless travel, studio commitments, and public exposure. Ojani, meanwhile, struggled to adjust to the demands and scrutiny that came with being married to an entertainer whose career was rising at an extraordinary pace. The strain became more visible as Jennifer's fame expanded beyond acting to include her music career. The release of her debut album and her growing presence in major Hollywood productions meant longer periods away from home and an increasing divide in lifestyle. What began as a sincere attempt at building a shared future gradually shifted under the weight of incompatible expectations. Their marriage ultimately ended in 1998, less than a year after it began. The separation was described as amicable, though both acknowledged that the relationship could not withstand the pressures that accompanied Jennifer's swift ascent to stardom. In the years that followed, the two occasionally appeared in headlines due to legal disputes concerning memoir plans and personal footage, reflecting lingering complexities that extended beyond their brief time as a married couple. Though no longer connected romantically, their early marriage remains a significant chapter in Jennifer's journey, marking the beginning of a long and highly public evolution in her romantic life. But was this first heartbreak a quiet signal of the challenges that awaited her as she continued rising toward global fame? Jennifer Lopez and Sean "Diddy" Combs dated from 1999 to 2001. They reportedly met through mutual industry connections at a time when both were ascending rapidly in the entertainment world, each becoming a defining figure in late 1990s pop culture. Their paths crossed at a moment when Jennifer was launching her music career, and Diddy was one of the most influential producers in hip-hop. The pairing immediately attracted media attention, framing them as a powerful young couple whose influence spanned music, fashion, and celebrity culture. Their romance intensified as they began appearing together at high-profile events, where their coordinated fashion statements and glamorous public presence became a hallmark of the era. The relationship was marked by intense chemistry and shared ambition, positioning them as a cultural force. However, this high visibility also brought exceptional scrutiny. The pressures of fame, amplified by relentless media interest, created an atmosphere in which their private life often became inseparable from public perception. A pivotal moment occurred in late 1999 when Jennifer and Diddy became involved in a nightclub incident in New York that drew widespread attention. Though she was ultimately cleared of wrongdoing, the situation placed enormous strain on their relationship. The legal and media turmoil surrounding the event represented the first major test of their partnership, illuminating the challenges of maintaining intimacy amid controversy and public speculation. As Jennifer's music and film careers continued to expand, and as Diddy navigated increasing professional demands and public pressure, the relationship grew more complex. Conflicting schedules, diverging priorities, and prolonged periods under intense media focus gradually eroded their bond. By early 2001, the two announced their separation, describing the decision as difficult but necessary. Despite the high-profile nature of their breakup, both later spoke respectfully about one another, acknowledging the significant impact the relationship had on their personal and professional growth. In retrospect, this romance marked a turning point in Jennifer's love life, her first deeply public relationship, one that demonstrated both the allure and the cost of loving under the spotlight of global fame. But did this high-intensity partnership prepare her for the next chapter awaiting just around the corner? Jennifer Lopez and Chris Judd were married from 2001 to 2002. They first met earlier that year while working together on the music video for her hit single "Love Don't Cost a Thing." Chris, a professional dancer and choreographer, was part of the creative team involved in the project, and their connection developed quickly as they spent long hours collaborating on set. Their shared passion for dance and performance created a natural chemistry, and their relationship deepened during one of Jennifer's busiest artistic periods. As their romance progressed, the couple became increasingly visible at public events, often photographed hand in hand on red carpets and at industry gatherings. Their bond was described as warm and supportive, offering Jennifer a sense of comfort following the intense public scrutiny of her previous relationship. This period represented a shift toward a more grounded and private form of companionship, centered around mutual respect and artistic understanding. Their engagement followed soon after they began dating, reflecting the pace and intensity that often characterized the romantic chapters of Jennifer's life. When they married later in 2001, it marked her second attempt at building a lasting partnership amid the growing demands of her international career. Despite their affection for one another, the pressures associated with her expanding fame began to challenge the stability of their marriage. Jennifer was navigating film roles, recording sessions, and global promotional tours, leaving limited space for the everyday intimacy that marriage requires. As months passed, the couple found it increasingly difficult to balance their personal lives with the public expectations surrounding Jennifer's career. The disparity in lifestyle and exposure placed strain on their relationship, gradually widening the gap between them. By mid-2002, they announced their separation, and their divorce was finalized soon after. Both described the decision as amicable, acknowledging that the demands of fame and constant media attention had played a significant role in their inability to sustain the marriage. Though their time together was brief, Jennifer's marriage to Chris Judd marked a notable chapter in her romantic history, one that highlighted her desire for emotional stability even as her career reached new heights. But was her next relationship destined to offer the enduring connection she had long been searching for, or would it introduce an even more complicated chapter in her love life? Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck were in a relationship from 2002 to 2004. They first met while working together on the film Giggly, a project that brought them into close collaboration during a pivotal moment in both of their careers. Their connection reportedly began as a warm friendship, gradually evolving into a romance that quickly captured the attention of the entertainment world. As two of Hollywood's most recognizable figures, their pairing became one of the defining celebrity stories of the early 2000s. Their relationship intensified as they were frequently seen together at premieres, charity events, and on the sets of various film projects. The media soon coined the nickname Bennifer, marking them as one of the first major celebrity couples to receive a portmanteau label, a sign of the cultural fascination surrounding their partnership. Public interest grew exponentially after Ben proposed with a striking pink diamond ring, a gesture that became one of the most talked-about engagements of the decade. The engagement symbolized not only their affection, but also the dramatic scale of their life under the spotlight. However, the immense attention came with significant challenges. Bennifer became a daily feature of early 2000s tabloid culture, with paparazzi coverage intensifying to unprecedented levels. Every outing, vacation, and public appearance drew widespread commentary, often overshadowing their professional achievements. The pressures of this constant surveillance began to impact the couple's dynamic, creating tension as they attempted to maintain a normal relationship amid overwhelming scrutiny. Their highly anticipated wedding, initially planned for late 2003, was postponed just days before the ceremony, with the couple citing excessive media intrusion as a major concern. This abrupt shift marked a turning point in their relationship, signaling the toll that external pressures had taken. By early 2004, Jennifer and Ben officially ended their engagement and went their separate ways. The breakup was widely discussed, with many noting that the demands of fame and the intensity of public fascination made it difficult for the couple to sustain their bond. Despite their separation, Bennifer remained an iconic chapter in early 21st century celebrity culture, one defined by immense passion, overwhelming media attention, and the emotional complexities of love lived in the public eye. But would their story truly end here? Or was this merely the beginning of a larger narrative that neither of them could yet foresee? Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony were married from 2004 to 2014. Although they had known each other professionally for several years, their romantic relationship began shortly after Jennifer's separation from Ben Affleck. They had originally met in the late 1990s while collaborating on musical projects, forming a warm friendship rooted in shared culture, artistic passion, and mutual admiration. When they reconnected in 2004, their bond deepened quickly, leading to a private wedding ceremony at Jennifer's home that summer. Their marriage marked a new era in Jennifer's life, one defined by family, musical partnership, and a dramatic shift away from the tumultuous tabloid attention of her earlier relationships. Together, Jennifer and Mark became one of the most prominent Latin power couples in entertainment, frequently appearing at award shows, concerts, and industry events. Their chemistry translated into various artistic collaborations, including performances, tours, and their joint film El Cantante, which portrayed the life of salsa legend Hector Lavoe. A defining moment in their marriage came in 2008 when Jennifer gave birth to twins, Max and Emmy. Their arrival represented an important milestone for the couple, grounding their relationship in parenthood and bringing a quieter, more domestic chapter to Jennifer's public narrative. During these years, Jennifer often spoke about the stability and comfort she found in her marriage, emphasizing how family life helped balance her demanding career. However, as time passed, differences in priorities and personal growth began to surface. Both Jennifer and Mark were juggling international careers, extensive touring schedules, and the ongoing challenge of raising young children under the scrutiny of global fame. Reports later indicated that the relationship experienced periods of tension, reflecting the difficulty of sustaining intimacy amid professional pressures and diverging life paths. In 2011, the couple announced their separation, describing the decision as difficult but rooted in deep consideration. Their divorce was finalized in 2014. Despite the end of their marriage, Jennifer and Mark maintained a strong co-parenting relationship, frequently appearing together at their children's events and continuing to support one another's careers. Their respectful post-divorce dynamic became a widely admired example of mature partnership and emotional resilience. Their decade together remains one of the most significant chapters in Jennifer's romantic timeline, a period that blended artistic collaboration, cultural pride, and the profound experience of building a family. But after finding stability and motherhood with Mark, was Jennifer ready for the next unpredictable turn in her journey through love? Jennifer Lopez and Casper Smart dated on and off from 2011 to 2016. They reportedly met when Casper, a professional dancer and choreographer, joined Jennifer's team for her stage performances. Their connection formed behind the scenes during rehearsals and tour preparations, where Casper's energy and admiration for Jennifer created a warm dynamic that soon developed into a romantic relationship. The pairing drew attention not only because of Jennifer's recent separation from Mark Anthony, but also because Casper was significantly younger, adding a new dimension to public curiosity about her love life. Their relationship unfolded during a transformative period for Jennifer. She was returning to music, judging on American Idol, and re-establishing herself after the end of a decade-long marriage. Casper became a steady presence during this transition, often accompanying her on tour and supporting her professional ventures. Their bond was described as affectionate and playful, offering Jennifer a sense of lightness following years of balancing marriage, motherhood, and a demanding career. As their time together progressed, the couple appeared at red carpet events, traveled extensively, and blended their personal and professional worlds. Casper also took on creative roles within Jennifer's projects, contributing to choreography and performance direction. Despite their strong connection, the relationship experienced periodic breaks, reflecting challenges rooted in differing life stages, public scrutiny, and the inherent pressures of maintaining a romance intertwined with professional collaboration. Reports indicated that conflicting priorities and the strain of constant media attention contributed to periods of separation between the two. While they briefly reunited more than once, these reconciliations ultimately proved temporary. By 2016, Jennifer and Casper ended their relationship for the final time. The breakup was described as amicable, and both expressed appreciation for the role they had played in each other's lives during a pivotal chapter. The relationship with Casper Smart highlighted Jennifer's ongoing search for companionship and emotional balance as she navigated single motherhood, global fame, and continual reinvention. It also underscored a recurring theme in her romantic life: the difficulty of sustaining long-term stability while managing the demands of an ever-evolving career. But would her next relationship finally offer the promise of lasting commitment? Or would it introduce a new set of complications under an even brighter spotlight? Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez were in a relationship from 2017 to 2021, and they were engaged for 2 of those years. They reportedly reconnected after meeting years earlier as acquaintances in the entertainment and sports worlds. Their renewed interaction began when Alex approached Jennifer outside a restaurant in Los Angeles, leading to conversations that quickly revealed a shared understanding of fame, discipline, and the complexities of maintaining a public career. Their relationship developed rapidly, soon becoming one of the most closely followed partnerships in modern celebrity culture. From the beginning, Jennifer and Alex appeared as a united and glamorous pair. They frequently attended high-profile events, supported each other's professional endeavors, and embraced a blended family dynamic with their children from previous relationships. Their social media presence further strengthened the image of a deeply connected couple, one that balanced love, family, and ambition with an ease that resonated with audiences around the world. Many observers viewed their partnership as a natural fit: 2 established public figures with parallel life experiences and shared aspirations. A defining moment in their relationship came in 2019 when Alex proposed during a vacation in the Bahamas. The engagement was met with widespread excitement, symbolizing a new chapter that promised long-term stability. Plans for a wedding followed, but the global pandemic disrupted their timeline, leading to multiple postponements. Despite these delays, the couple continued presenting a united front publicly, emphasizing their commitment to one another and their growing family bond. However, by early 2021, reports began to surface, suggesting tension within the relationship. Rumors of infidelity and conflicting schedules introduced strain, although both initially denied that the relationship was ending. Despite attempts to resolve their differences, the couple ultimately decided to call off the engagement. In a joint statement, they emphasized that they were better as friends and expressed ongoing support for one another and their families. The breakup attracted substantial media attention, not only because of the high-profile nature of their partnership, but also because many had seen them as a couple positioned for long-term success. Their relationship marked one of the most visible periods in Jennifer's romantic history, blending fame, family, and modern celebrity storytelling in a way that captivated the public. The end of their engagement reflected both the pressures of high expectations and the difficulty of sustaining connection under constant observation. But was Jennifer's next chapter destined to rewrite an earlier love story, one that had once seemed lost to time? Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck reunited in 2021 and were married from 2022 to 2024. Their renewed romance began after Jennifer's separation from Alex Rodriguez and followed a period of private communication between her and Ben. Reports indicated that they reconnected through email exchanges and conversations reflecting on their earlier relationship, eventually leading to in-person meetings. What began as a quiet reconnection soon evolved into a rekindled romance that captured worldwide attention, reviving one of the most iconic celebrity narratives of the early 2000s. As they stepped back into the public eye together, the fascination surrounding Bennifer surged to levels reminiscent of their first era. Photographs of the couple on vacations, red carpets, and casual outings quickly went viral, reinforcing the idea that this reunion symbolized a second chance at a love story interrupted by fame nearly 2 decades earlier. Their bond appeared stronger and more private than before, shaped by years of personal growth and life experience. Both Jennifer and Ben spoke openly about feeling fortunate to have rediscovered one another at a more mature stage of life. In the summer of 2022, the couple married in a modest ceremony in Las Vegas, followed by a larger celebration at Ben's estate in Georgia. These events were widely covered, with many describing their wedding as a culmination of a long-delayed promise. The marriage marked a milestone not only for the couple, but also for fans who had followed their journey from its earliest days. For Jennifer, it signified hope, resilience, and the belief that love could return in unexpected ways. However, as time passed, differences began to emerge. Reports pointed to contrasting lifestyles, demanding careers, and the challenges of blending families as factors that created friction within the marriage. Public appearances of the couple became less frequent, and speculation grew regarding potential strain. Although both remained respectful in their statements, whispers of separation gained momentum throughout 2024. Eventually, Jennifer filed for divorce, marking the end of Bennifer's second chapter and bringing their long, intertwined story to a close. Despite the heartbreak, their reunion and subsequent marriage remained one of the most discussed celebrity relationships of the decade, a rare example of two people attempting to rewrite a love story shaped by the pressures of fame. But after a second chance that ended once again in separation, what patterns would Jennifer's journey reveal as she continued searching for lasting love? Throughout her decades in the spotlight, Jennifer Lopez has been the subject of considerable speculation regarding her personal life. In addition to her long-term relationships and marriages, various rumored romances and brief connections have contributed to the public's fascination with her love story. While many of these reports remain unverified, they form an important part of the broader narrative surrounding her journey through fame and affection. One of the most widely discussed rumored relationships emerged in 2016 when Jennifer Lopez and Drake were reported to have had a brief fling. The rumors began after the pair appeared together at several events and shared photos on social media, sparking immediate interest from fans and entertainment outlets. They were rumored to have dated during a transitional period in Jennifer's life, though neither party ever confirmed the speculation. Some reports suggested that their bond may have developed while collaborating on music, while others believed the narrative was amplified by a single photograph that quickly went viral. Regardless of its true nature, the rumor highlighted the speed at which public attention can create or intensify celebrity narratives. Another rumored connection surfaced in the early 2000s, when Jennifer was said to have shared a brief romantic moment with actor Wesley Snipes. The speculation began after their collaboration on the film Money Train, where they portrayed on-screen partners. They were rumored to have had a short-lived romance during filming, though Jennifer later clarified in interviews that their interactions had been strictly professional. This example demonstrated how on-screen chemistry can sometimes be mistaken for real-life affection, especially during a period when tabloid culture was rapidly expanding. In addition to these high-profile rumors, Jennifer was occasionally linked to individuals within the music and entertainment industries, often based on little more than public appearances or collaborative projects. For instance, she was rumored to have grown close to one of her background dancers in the late 1990s, though no credible evidence supported the notion of a romantic involvement. Such stories often arose from the natural camaraderie built during rehearsals and performances, environments that outsiders might easily interpret as romantic due to their physically expressive nature. Similarly, brief speculation surrounded her interactions with certain producers and actors with whom she collaborated throughout her career. In most cases, these rumors emerged after a single interview, photograph, or industry event appearance, quickly gaining traction before fading as more substantial news captured public attention. The frequency of these speculative reports underscored Jennifer's position as a figure whose every move, professional or personal, was subject to intense observation. While these rumored romances rarely offered deep insight into her emotional world, they illuminated the broader dynamics of celebrity culture. In Jennifer's case, the persistent appearance of such rumors suggested a pattern. Any moment of supposed closeness or shared energy could prompt the public to assume romantic involvement. This tendency reflected both her star power and the enduring appetite for stories that blend glamour, mystery, and the possibility of new beginnings. It is also worth noting that Jennifer consistently maintained privacy when addressing unverified claims. She rarely commented directly on rumors, choosing instead to focus on confirmed relationships or speak only in broad terms about her views on love and partnership. This approach reinforced a sense of dignity in her public persona and prevented speculation from overshadowing the more meaningful chapters of her romantic timeline. Taken together, these brief flings and rumored connections formed a constellation of stories surrounding Jennifer Lopez. Stories that, while not always grounded in fact, helped shape the public's perception of her as a woman whose presence naturally inspires intrigue. Even when the details were unclear or unverifiable, the public's eagerness to connect her with potential partners revealed the extent to which her romantic life became a subject of open interpretation. But what can be learned from the distinction between rumor and reality? And how did Jennifer navigate the blurred boundaries between public fantasy and personal truth? Throughout her career, Jennifer Lopez has been the subject of numerous rumors linking her to various figures in the entertainment industry. Yet many of these claims were never substantiated, and several were later clarified or denied by Jennifer herself. These instances reveal how easily her public image could become shaped by speculation rather than fact. Despite long-standing rumors, there is no credible evidence that Jennifer Lopez ever dated Wesley Snipes following their collaboration on Money Train. While their on-screen chemistry prompted widespread assumptions, Jennifer consistently maintained that their relationship was purely professional. The rumor, which emerged from a single period of intense media focus, serves as an example of how proximity in film projects is often misinterpreted as romantic involvement. Similarly, Jennifer was intermittently linked to a number of musicians and dancers during the late 1990s and early 2000s. These rumors frequently stemmed from rehearsals, performances, or creative collaborations, environments where professional closeness was sometimes mistaken for intimacy. In many cases, the stories appeared to originate from isolated photographs or brief public interactions rather than substantive evidence. Jennifer rarely addressed these claims directly, allowing them to fade naturally as new developments in her personal or professional life emerged. Throughout these cycles of speculation, Jennifer maintained a consistent stance. She spoke openly about confirmed relationships, but refrained from discussing unverified rumors. This approach helped preserve a boundary between public curiosity and personal truth, ensuring that her romantic timeline remained grounded in documented experiences rather than conjecture. But after separating rumor from reality, what broader meaning emerges from Jennifer's long journey through love, fame, and reinvention? Across more than 3 decades in the public eye, Jennifer Lopez's romantic timeline reveals a portrait of a woman shaped as much by love as by the cultural forces surrounding her. Her relationships, ranging from brief early marriages to long-term partnerships and high-profile engagements, reflect a consistent desire for connection, stability, and emotional fulfillment. At every stage of her life, Jennifer approached love with sincerity and optimism, embracing each new chapter with a willingness to believe in its potential. One of the most notable patterns in her history is the pace at which her relationships evolved. Jennifer often moved quickly from early affection to commitment, a tendency that signaled both enthusiasm and a strong belief in partnership. This pattern appeared in her marriages to Ojani Noah and Chris Judd, her engagement to Ben Affleck during their first era, and her later engagement to Alex Rodriguez. In each case, her willingness to embrace serious commitment underscored her enduring romantic spirit. Another recurring theme is the impact of fame on her personal connections. Jennifer's career demanded constant travel, public appearances, and intense media scrutiny. As a result, many of her relationships unfolded under pressures that few outside the entertainment world could fully understand. The dissolution of Bennifer the first time, for example, illustrated how overwhelming public attention can complicate even the strongest emotional bonds. The same dynamic echoed throughout her later relationships, particularly those involving individuals whose public profiles were equally demanding. Her partnership with Mark Anthony offered a different dimension, one grounded in shared culture, family, and artistic collaboration. Their decade-long connection, which included the birth of their twins, represented a period of stability that contrasted with the fast-moving relationships of her earlier years. Yet even this deeply rooted bond was not immune to the challenges of diverging careers and personal growth. In her later years, the rekindling of her relationship with Ben Affleck brought an unusual narrative arc, a return to a past love, reshaped by maturity and life experience. Their marriage, though brief, symbolized both hope and complexity, a reminder that even the most iconic romantic stories may not guarantee lasting resolution. Throughout these chapters, Jennifer consistently demonstrated resilience, self-knowledge, and a willingness to evolve. Her journey reflects a nuanced balance between personal longing and the realities of living in a world where every gesture is magnified. It also showcases her belief that love, despite setbacks, remains worth pursuing. Through decades of triumphs, heartbreaks, and reinvention, one truth emerges clearly. Jennifer Lopez's pursuit of love is as dynamic and compelling as her celebrated career. But after all these years, and after so many attempts at forever, will she ever find the lasting love she's always believed in?